Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dead Outbreak. Now, I don't know much about this game. I only very recently discovered that it exists. What we're dealing with here is something along the lines of DayZ/Scum. So, zombie, survival, open world, MMO. Is it any good? I don't know. This is the first time I've ever jumped into the game. Let's check it out. This is a sponsored video. This is the first sponsored video I've ever done on the channel, but I promise you I will be giving my genuine thoughts, feelings and experience with regards to this game. So, let's jump in and see what we've got to work with here. Take a look at a map. We do have a map. Can zoom in and out to that level. I don't know how to find where we are. Currently we're playing online. There is a single player option which is currently locked, so I can't select that. It is an early access experience. It's free to play. Did I say that already? There is a link down below for you to check it out for yourself if DayZ is your type of thing. Now we do have a hotbar, we have a pistol, we have a hammer, which I don't know if that's for building or for melee. If I press 3, that's for bandages. I press 4 and we drink 5. I guess we don't need to eat yet. Okay, we already ate something. So we've got something going on here. There is building in this game. So I have to hold down E to gather that granola bar. A kit decider. New item. I don't know what that does. Okay, so we're finding weapons laying around on the floor, are we? I for inventory, I assume. Can I drag that to there? I can. So I'll tell you what, can I replace that hammer? I can. Can I do it this way? So, alright. So it looks like we've now got a rifle with only 2 rounds, a shotgun. So apparently there's plenty of weapons here. Where do we see how much ammo we have? 2 bullets left. 8 bullets left. Okay, well let's stick with the Mossberg for now. What does this do? So again, early access. Oh, it's a hat. A hat. I feel like this inventory is kind of reminiscent of PUBG right now. But I guess DayZ too, actually. You know, you're wandering... An awful lot of weapons. You're wandering around a map, finding gear. I don't know if we can see where we are. I would love you also, my dear viewers, to leave your thoughts down below. You know, the developers will be checking in on this video. We have this marked here. I don't know if that means that's where we are or if that's where the map is suggesting that we head. However, I don't really know how to find our location. That looks like a zombie. Several zombies. Let's see what sort of zombies we're dealing with here, shall we? So this is currently online. I have heard several gunshots so far. Let's see how fast these guys are. Not too fast. They don't seem to be too aware of us. I haven't heard much about this game. I haven't heard anybody else at all speaking about this game. Okay, so they seem to be aware of each other. Let's see how easy it is to outrun them. Alright. It's already better than Dead Matter, ladies and gentlemen. They've got an interesting movement about them, don't they? Kind of jerky. So yeah, we seem to be able to outrun them. But we do have a stamina bar down there at the bottom. You can't quite see that behind me there is an 8 symbol, so we have 8 shells left in this gun. Again, checking the map, I don't seem to be able to see where we are. So DayZ reminiscent in that regard, and the zombies seem to have lost us. Let's head up along this road here. So we got gunshots I'm assuming that that's other players. I don't know actually whether or not there are bandits, like other NPCs with guns. Let's see what kind of experience we're in for here. There is building. The only reason I know that is because I had a look over the options. I'll try to show you soon if I can. Can any of these be looted? I'm going to assume that things that can be looted are going to glow with a green outline. I'm kind of curious to check up here, see whether or not we can. Kind of scuffed sound effects there a little bit. But again, we're dealing with early access, so I'm going to leave my sincere thoughts and experiences here for people to see. What do we pick up then? Okay, so we do have we have 5 in total, 4 other players here. So we've got a can of ham, we've got a chem light. So we don't have any armor, we do have a hat. Yeah, I can't seem to leave any kind of markers on this map, or I'm also not sure why these are redded out, shaded out. Are they like a toxic area, or are they just not accessible yet? So I guess we just head out. Can't really see any points of interest around me right now. That's what's causing me to kind of wonder which way maybe I should be going. Maybe let's follow along here. Oh, okay, so we do have some more open carts here. Whoops. That was a misfire. I can't get in there. Looks like there might be potentially a way on the other side. Okay, here we go. Can I jump up there? Alright. So we've got an FN57. And some open containers here. Another FN57. So does that mean we've got 2 of them now? It does. How do I drop this? Right click. Unload clip. Drop item. Okay, cool. Tell you what, let's get that there and we'll unload this and potentially drop that as well, I suppose. Let's unload that too. So that has full 12 gauge in it. So does this Saiga. Unload that. Backpack is full. Then eat that. Unload this. Apparently it already did that. Drop that. Now, how many shells do we have now? Oh yeah, we picked up an extra shell from all of that activity. Alright, so far we have... What happened then? Why do I only have 2 rounds now? I only have two rounds now. It's kind of strange. Now I've only got 1. Okay, never mind. It's telling me I've got 2, but I did have 7, so... something weird's going on there. Yeah, I was going to say, not an absolutely dreadfully, horribly terrible experience so far. That is for sure. I've heard nobody else talk about this game. The only reason I managed to discover it is via a kind of content creator's special access to like apply for game keys and things like that. And yeah, I saw it on one of the websites that I use for that, and so here we are. Got approved to do a sponsored video. So, why not jump in and see what we got going on here? It would be really nice to have a little icon on this map so I knew whether I was running towards somewhere. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I apologise for my ignorance. We are down here in the bottom right of the map. So yes, I was running the wrong way. So let's make our way up now towards, I guess, to the mini camp over here. I suppose, you can figure it out for yourself as well with the names. But yes, we do have an icon, so that's going to be a huge help. Alright, I'm a bit more confident now about being able to get through some gameplay here, now that we know where we're going. Let's test out this this gun here. Alright. No loot. No loot on the zombies. Looks like a single headshot would do the trick. Where did he come from? Alright, I tell you what, it's not terrible. Kind of responsive feeling. I've seen worse, ladies and gentlemen, I've seen worse. Yep, so zombies definitely don't have loot. Right, let's get a move on. So yes, we need to eat and drink. I'd like to test out a little bit of melee action here, actually. Can I, tell you what, swap it out for the shotgun. Okay. Or the FN57. We will try to melee the next zombie that we come across. Can't run sideways, you can only run forward. Okay, apparently we're heading towards a mini camp here. So zombie survival games, or the zombie genre in general, is, I guess, at the heart of the Chill and Play Games channel. The Ground Zero Fallout 4 experience, which is, I suppose, more of a zombie survival kind of RPG experience. So if any audience on YouTube is a good kind of gauge of whether or not this game looks good, you know, I feel like it's this audience, it's you guys watching now. Okay, I thought I had somebody running behind me then. So, I'm just going to show you this very, very quickly. If we go down here into the controls, there is a build menu somewhere down here. Building mode for B. We can rotate items, apparently. We also have night vision, flashlights, attachments, missions. So there's a lot going on here. Alright. Also vehicles, I just saw there. If I press B, nothing happens though. So I don't know whether or not we need to have certain items in our inventory. There is also a skill tree, but that skill tree is accessible from the main menu for some reason. I'm guessing maybe when we die, if we have a certain kind of currency that we've found in the world, maybe we can upgrade our character like a roguelike of some sort. So if I go here, is there like a skill menu here anywhere? You can see all of these, can't you? You sure can. Construction mode, mini-map. Oh, there's a mini-map, is there? I mean, it said press M for the mini-map. That's what I've been pressing for the main map. So I'm assuming that's what that means. Switch mini-map. Yeah, that's definitely not a mini-map. Okay, let's have a look in here anyway, see what we got going on. Yeah, very DayZ-esque, isn't it? So far. Although, I guess, maybe a lot more loot. Alright, I want to have a look here. If I unload this... That gave us one item. One 12-gauge round. So if I drop that now... Equip my Mossberg. Okay, I now have 4 rounds. So I think the math may be a little bit off there. It's kind of confusing me a bit, but whatever. We've got 4 shells for the time being. A double barrel. Okay, I'm going to keep testing this little kind of theory here. Eat the pasta. Unload the double barrel. Shell 2x. I'm guessing that's not for the same gun that we've got now. No, it's not. Okay, let's get those dropped. So that was the little mini camp here. Let's go, I guess, follow this road. Be nice to find a vehicle to be able to get around a bit quicker. Okay, there's a little bit of ambient noise. I'm not sure whether or not there are actually wolves in the game. Or is that just ambient? Okay, so we've got another barn here. Is it the same barn that we were in before? It looks the same, but it's got different loot. It's kind of hard to tell whether or not this was the one I was at earlier, so you know. Yeah, I can't really say if it's a copy and paste barn or not because I can't be sure whether or not that was the same barn. Alright, we're going to head up this way. So if I press C, you know, we have third person view here. Doesn't look terrible. So it's free to play, guys. You got nothing to lose if you want to check it out for yourself. I'm just trying to think. I think it was about 17 gigabyte download. So you know, if you're on a restriction with your data, then you know how much it's gonna cost you. But it's free to play. All you have to do is sign up. It's kind of hard to complain at free to play, isn't it? Somebody's made a game. They put it out there for free. There's like skins and things that you can buy. But yeah, it's kind of hard to complain. The game so far though feels very smooth. It feels very responsive. I did just receive a group invite. But for now, I'm not going to be accepting that. If I was to play this game, I think I'd probably play it on the single player mode, which isn't yet available. However, I could potentially have my mind changed at a later date. I know that a lot of the heart of these games, a lot of the fun happens in multiplayer situations. You know, I watch a little bit of DayZ. I've watched Frankie on PC in 1080p for years now. Actually, one of the first gaming YouTubers that I really got into, watching DayZ and Armour. And I've seen some of the magic that can happen in these games. So, you know, potentially I would be willing to jump in and get a little bit of multiplayer action. But I just find that playing multiplayer is always a lot more involved. Sometimes I want to jump in and just have a bit of a solo kind of casual experience by myself. But good to know that groups are active. You know, we did just get an invite. So we're going to head down here and check out this building. I'm hoping that the map at some point will turn into a little bit more of a town slash... It doesn't look like we're going to be finding a city on this map, at least looking at it. It's obviously very blurry, hoping that they change that at some point too. It's a very low resolution map. It'd be nice if there are some actual towns on the map and not just these kind of sparse building locations spread around. Be nice to see a few more vehicles on the road, even if it was just crashed vehicles. A little bit more of a like a lived-in feel to the world. But we'll see how we go. I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that sound means. I'm not seeing any kind of time. Apparently I'm registered down here as a civilian. I don't quite know what that means. Oh yeah, time down here, 2:57 AM. Which is not my time. That's not the real time. At least it's not the real time where I am. Okay, so it looks like we've got some zombies popping in around this building location here, which if we have a look, it is going to be a civilian camp. I guess for this episode, we try to make our way up here to the survivalist camp. So another game that I played like this, one of the first PC games I played. You know, as soon as I started that sentence, I realised I actually can't remember what the name of this game is that I'm trying to think of now. If it comes back to me, I will bring it up. It's a very similar kind of game to this. Online zombie survival. Can we get around these guys? Let's test out this melee action here. Alright, okay, it's a little bit flighty. Melee combat feels a little bit flighty. I've seen worse. But it doesn't feel, I mean, we didn't take a hit there, so potentially it's viable as a gameplay tactic. Alright, okay, yeah, so the zombies aren't that tough. I suppose that's good. You know, if you've got the numbers, then it's not so bad, is it? Like, if you've got a lot of zombies... Can I close these doors at all? A game like this can still be scary if the zombies are at higher numbers. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that that little bit of lag there is due to the fact that I'm running off of a not great internet connection. So we are getting... Oh, yeah, okay, we took a hit there. Okay, they actually are pretty tough if they can get a hold of you. Yes, there's a little bit of a delay. Looks like it's actually coming to morning here. But again, you know, I'm basically on a mobile hotspot connection, which is another reason I don't play multiplayer or online games very, very often. But it's passable. So far, it's passable, in my opinion. What are we looking at here exactly? So this is a civilian base, is it? Not seeing much in the way of loot. Let's have a look here at maybe healing up. Use this bandage. See what that does for us. Seemed to give us about 10% health. A little bit of water. A little bit more. If I can. Pressing the wrong button there. Apologies for that. I can't seem to activate my flashlight. However, there's probably a key down here, and it's possibly not 6. Just have a look here. What have we got? Toggle flashlight is supposed to be F. Doesn't seem to work. B to use a bandage. Yeah, so a bandage gives us 10% health. I'm going to say it again, it's better than dead matter, guys, that's for sure. Got another group invite there. We still don't find much loot around. Isn't it an interesting genre, this one? It's kind of infamous, isn't it? Infamously difficult to pull off. Yeah, it's one of those genres that so many people have tried to make games in and failed miserably. Survive the Nights was another game, one of the only games that I've ever bought in early access, and it kind of tanked. Along with Dead Matter, that was another one that I bought. The thing is, this is free, you know, so it's impossible to feel ripped off, isn't it? Okay, so I can respawn in 1 minute. We've lost our items. We were eaten by a zombie. Hold down left shift to move the camera. Oh, okay, interesting. That's an interesting mechanic, isn't it? You can actually move your camera around with your mouse. Okay. I'm going to exit to the main menu here, and I'm going to take you with me, just so that you can see the skill system that we have in place. So we get to the main menu, we've got perks here. I can revive in... Oh, I can revive now, can I? All right. So perks here. Apparently we've got 40 of these points. We can increase our health for 300. We can increase our stamina. We can increase our endurance. So basically that's carry capacity, I feel, maybe. Stamina level 2. Stamina regen. Health. Endurance. So we've got weapons, increased melee damage for 700 points. Alright, so we've got a little bit of a progression system. Then I guess is this roguelite or roguelikey if you're dying and then you're leveling up your character. And you're going back in with better gear. I guess that's kind of a definition of roguelike, isn't it? Lowers detection radius when near zombies. Take less damage. Increase effectiveness of healing items. So these are obviously your max level, higher level perks. Hunger decreases slower. Take less fall damage. Alright, so there's a few there we've had a look at. Oh, what have we got here? Okay, so this is going to be, I guess, potentially you can buy this. You can buy currency here. You can buy the currency, I suppose. Yeah, you can buy a premium account. Lots of weapons, so that's interesting. The guns felt pretty meaty. They're not the best guns I've ever shot. They're not Call of Duty level or, you know, PUBG level, but I mean, they felt pretty meaty. They felt substantial. They felt accurate. Anyway, we can't afford any of this, but... So we can buy grips. Parts for our weapons. What else we got here? Bandages, antibiotics, painkillers. A vaccine? Am I going to get flagged now? Barbed wire barricade. Binoculars. A riot shield. Wow, there's actually some interesting gear here. There's a drone, an air horn. Okay, so we got food that we can buy. So this is essentially a trader. You've got a trader in the main menu. Is it feeling pay to win? I guess if you can buy the premium currency and you can buy... With that currency, you can buy the gear. It's pay to win, isn't it? Technically, you can pay to have the best gear in the game, which is, I guess, the definition of pay to win. So I guess it's up to you how you feel about pay to win games. I never play them. I never play these types of games. Wakazashi. So, you know, I didn't actually comment here. You got a load of melee weapons, including a candy cane, which I guess is, you know, whatever floats your boat. A power drill. We've got arrows here, ammo boxes. So, you know, there's a little bit going on, isn't there? I guess this is the meat and potatoes that most people will be interested in, though. All the different weapons you've got. Let's have a look. What does a premium cost? So, yeah, it's going to cost us 2,400 credits. Access to coming soon single player. So I could buy a premium account now and get access to single player, double XP. Yeah, it's pay to win. So, you know, it's up to you, I suppose, how you feel about pay to win games. But there's a single player option. So, you know, take it as you will. I'm going to revive now. And I am not going to pay 50 credits. I don't have enough GC. I'm guessing that's game credits, game coins. So... All right, I guess I'm going to have to sit here and wait for 15 minutes. If I wasn't making a video right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd be turning this game off and probably not playing it again, but that's personal. The reason I say that is because, well, I don't usually play these types of games anyway, and I also own DayZ. I also own Scum. I own several, probably at least 5 other games, a lot like this. Mist Survival. I own, what's that other game? Rust. I own Rust. Okay, that's not a zombie survival game. I own Fallout 4. That's not multiplayer. But anyway, all I'm saying is I don't usually play these types of games. I know a lot of people do, though. I know a lot of people play DayZ, and it's not free, is it? DayZ is not a free game. So developers have to come up with their own kind of means with which to earn money. In my opinion, charging somebody to revive is a bad idea. A very, very bad idea. It's a very, very bad idea. There are so many people who will do exactly what we've just done now. Oh, okay, let's check this game out. Jump in, have a run, get so far, die, then arrive at this screen, and they will uninstall your game and they will never ever play it again. Because you're charging them to revive, otherwise they have to sit here for 13 minutes and wait. In my opinion, that's a bad idea. Selling things in the marketplace, selling items, fine. It's pay to win. There are plenty of pay to win games that people play. Charging somebody to play, pay to play, that's a different model altogether. I just think personally that's a really bad idea, because running into this now already, I don't want to continue, but I will make a 60-minute video on this game because I said I would. Potentially the developers may not actually approve this video, because I will upload it and let them have a look at it. They can decide whether or not they want to pay, as it's a sponsored video, and I'll just upload it anyway, if they don't. But the only reason I bring this up is not to shit on the game, because so far it hasn't been that bad. I've played a lot worse, but to charge me to revive, I just think that's a really, really bad design choice. Get rid of that. I would be happy to jump back in and play more of your game, but I'm not going to pay to do that. If I really like the game, I would buy a weapon or a skin to support you. So I guess the question for the developers is, are you trying to target people who are genuine, who want to support your game, who want to support you, who will go out of their way to buy something just to give you money to support you in a way that they probably won't even ever use it? Maybe they'll buy a grip, I don't know, they'll buy something else. Do you really want to go down the road of charging people to revive? I would remove that. It's just my opinion. Alright, so obviously I'm going to make a cut here. Then I'm going to sit here for 11 minutes and I'm going to jump back in. I'm going to play through another 20 or so minutes, because I would like to have a little bit more of an experience here for you to see what's going on here with Dead Outbreak. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. We are back in the mix. I don't know what that noise is. Let's check the map, find out where we are. Okay, we're down here, south of the map, near the oil centre, back near the civilian camp. So, once again, let's see what we've got to work with here. So, this video has raised a lot of questions for me personally. I've never really applied myself or applied my thoughts to the concept of pay to win, because I've never played pay to win. Pay to play, okay, pay to play, you pay so you can play. As in, you pay for the game to purchase it, to then be able to play it. Pay to revive, straight off the bat, I think that's a terrible idea. Pay to win, okay, it's a terrible idea, in my opinion, to give people the chance to just outright buy the best weapons in the game, which automatically gives them an advantage over other players. In my opinion, is a very secure way to kill a game, to kill a game's long-term prospective, because, you know, the only people who are really going to play the game are probably a small amount of people, or a minority of people who are going to pay for all the best gear. Now obviously you can unlock the gear yourself by playing the game. So I've just realised as we spawn back in we have absolutely no gear. Okay, that's fine. I want to round this out now. I don't want to talk too much about this whole pay to win system that's in place here. Here's what I would suggest. Remove all of the pay to win elements. Start every single player off on the same level playing field. Offer a premium option where people can support the developers by buying a skin. Maybe offer various skins, cosmetics and things like that. And just make a good game. Just make a great game that people want to play. And it'll do, you know, everything financially that the developers want. It'll do for them, in my opinion. Creating a pay to win system like this in this age of how gaming is at the moment, it just does not seem like a very wise decision, in my opinion. Not when you're competing with the likes of DayZ. It actually feels pretty good though, that's the thing so far. It's not terrible. It's not a terrible experience, but it's just a huge. It's a very clear and obvious way to isolate players, people who actually want to play your game, who aren't inclined towards spending a fortune to buy all the gear, people who actually want to progress in the game. And those are the kind of players who will support a game in the long run if the game is good and developed well, if the gameplay is good and fun. And in my opinion, I would remove all of the pay to win elements, and again just give people a way of purchasing things that supports the developers, or just charge for the game. Make everything unlockable like an RPG, and through skill progression and an in-game currency like this, whatever this gear icon thing is that we're earning XP, and just charge $15, $20 for the game. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say on the matter. For now, let's progress here with this actual objective of getting towards the survivalist camp. There's a military district over here, apparently. Ooh. I see something. I see something at the top of this mountain. Let's go have a little look up here and see what we can do. Maybe I'm out of touch. You can decide for yourself. I don't play any pay-to-win games. Not out of principle or anything, I just never have. I've just never really been interested in playing a game that had pay-to-win mechanics in it. However, the zombie survival game, the zombie survival genre is my cup of tea, so I would be potentially inclined to play this game. At the same time, there's a single player option, which I don't have access to. So, you know, maybe that's a totally different experience. It's kind of undecided. It feels a little bit in between, you know, as if it's in between two or multiple places. If it offers a single player experience, which is obviously going to be void of pay to win, I can just play this game myself as a zombie survival game, then so be it. If it's got the pay to win mechanics as well, and people want to do that, then I guess they can do that too. So maybe it's not as bad as I am kind of making out. But you know, I'm just offering my opinion here. I can't get to the top of this mountain. That's a little bit annoying. Can I get to the top here? I can't jump. No, I can't. Okay, so I actually can't get up there. Also, I don't think there's a jump ability. I've just discovered. Doesn't seem to be a jump button. I wonder if I can get up this way. Let's have a look. I suppose that the whole shaded out on the map could mean, you know, not yet developed, currently in development. I don't actually seem to be able to access that location anyway. But I feel like I'm committed now, so I'm going to run all the way around this mountain to see whether or not I can get to the top of it, just in case there is another way up. It raises an interesting point, doesn't it, about how games are being developed these days. Obviously, every developer in the world has the right to do whatever they want with their own creation, and they'll make money in any way that they can, or any way that they want to, I mean. Do you make a game that's free to play, offering cosmetics for people to buy in the spirit of making a good game, knowing that people who really love the game will support you? They'll buy a skin even if they never use it, just to support the developers. Do you just charge for the game and make everything free? Do you, you know, offer all of these weapons and armor items, high-level gear for people to just outright purchase, knowing that the game will make a lot of money? At the end of the day, if it's a really good game and you're offering a single-player experience too, I guess it's not such a bad model. Let's have a look at the top of this tower. But dude, don't charge people to revive. Don't do it. I don't know whose idea that was, but in my opinion, that's a terrible, terrible game mechanic. To charge people to revive, just don't do it. Keep the weapons, keep the armor, let people buy that. So many people are going to switch off from the game the moment they see that you have an option to pay to revive. And I'm not a game developer, but so when I was playing a moment ago, I closed the game down and I went and watched YouTube for 10 minutes just to wait so I could jump back in. I'm not sure where the idea of having a player turn your game off to no longer play it comes in as a good idea to make people play your game. You're actively encouraging them to switch off and do something else. Yeah, get rid of it. Alright, anyway, let's progress here. I won't bring it up again. That's that. So, I like the idea of earning XP to level up my character, to improve my stamina and things like that. I wouldn't mind if there were other ways to gain XP aside from killing zombies in games such as Escape from Tarkov, for example. You have exploration XP, you have looting XP. If there's lore around, maybe reading the lore or discovering secrets about locations also generates XP. Also things like stamina, you know, we're running around leveling up stamina. I guess that's kind of a different system though, isn't it? It's a little bit more RPG like. But it would be nice if there was other ways to get XP. I mean, there could be. Apparently it's not one of those games where you get, you get resources from punching trees and rocks and things like that. I can't pick up these rocks either. I didn't get those sort of vibes when I first started the game, so that's why I didn't test like picking up plants and things. But there's got to be some way to gather resources because, there's building mechanics. I feel like the world needs a lot more in it, which I'm sure it will do at some point. So we've got a survivors camp, a mountain, a gas station. Should we check out the gas station and see if there's any kind of vehicles? Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we are somewhere with a little bit more activity, a little bit more action. And again, we're talking early access here, so I'm sure a lot of these places will become more developed out this way. The place feels extremely barren until it doesn't. Miscreated was the name of the game that I was trying to think of before, which is very much along the lines of this kind of vibe. I actually really enjoyed that game for a long time when I first started playing on a PC. Alright, I like this vibe here. We've got a built-up location with a horde of zombies kind of wandering around outside. Let's see how we go here doing a little bit of stealth. There's potential here, ladies and gentlemen, there's potential. But there's also potential for things to go horribly wrong, isn't there? I like dead matter. Holy smokes. Nothing behind us here. So I can respawn in 55 seconds. Okay. So let's sit here and do this. I'm not sure why when I exit to the menu that timer doesn't continue. Okay, it's a question. I feel like melee combat needs to be viable, like my fists need to be potentially viable. Taking on 3 zombies was probably a bad idea. So I can respawn quickly if I stay inside the game. If I exit to the menu to level up my character though, I have to wait 10 minutes, 15 minutes or whatever it was. Give me a screen here where I can level up my character here while I'm waiting to respawn. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, in a safe zone area. So we've spawned here at the survivalist camp. Well, this was the objective of the video. Looks like we have some sort of like invulnerability spell on us or something. This shiny... We can jump. I couldn't jump before when I was trying to up that mountain. So yeah, we're protected in this area, which is why we have this kind of glowy effect on our character. Kind of interesting that this place is built in the middle of a swamp type location. Or a... I mean, is it a swamp? Yeah. Oh, can I not jump when I'm walking backwards? That's what was happening before. Okay, you can't jump when you're walking backwards. This looks like an interesting place. Alright, so we've got materials over here. I can order here, can I? Maybe, at some point in the future. Can't actually press anything. Can't order anything here either. I'm assuming maybe then that this is an in development function. I have no reflection. Okay, that's fine. The world does though, so that's kind of cool. Does it? I don't know, something weird's going on there. Anyway. So yeah. Not much happening here at the moment. Can't get in here. Oh, okay. Hello, access store. Okay, so this is just the same store that is in the start of the game. So I can order a flashlight. But if I buy this and then lose it and then die, I've lost it, I'm assuming. So I've got a question. I spend all my money. I pay I go into the store. I pay real money to buy items like a pickaxe, a backpack, a gun, some ammo, some medical gear. And then I die. I lose all that gear. If we go here into the marketplace and we have a look here at what we're... So I can spend GC to get in-game currency. So GC is the stuff that I spent real money on. I see. All right. So how much does this weapon here cost? 7,899. That's an M4, is it? Probably not. It's probably not an M4, but you know, that's an AK. Oh no, it's an M16. It says right there. Close enough. I'm not a gun guy, but anyway. Say I want to buy an M16. 7,899. To get that, I'm going to need to pay $50 for that weapon. Oh no, wait, sorry. That's for this currency, isn't it? So what would I get for that? Let's have a look here. How much is this going to cost me? 7,899. I'm not great at maths. I'm okay, but I'm going to round it up to like, I don't know, 8,016. So I need 1,000 GC for that. All right. Okay. All right. It's $7.20. All right. It's $7.20. But when I die, do I lose that gun? Do I get it back again? I don't have an answer to that question, but it's a valid question in my opinion. Speaking for myself here, I'll never ever pay money in a game to buy a gun, especially if when I die I lose it. If I get to keep the gun, okay, maybe if I can equip my character with that gun forever from now on, okay, potentially I would buy a basic gun, and I would love the idea of being able to equip a basic gun like a 0 to hero type run, and then build up from there by getting real XP in the game, and then spending it in a progression style system, or even, yeah, just playing the game with no gear, finding gear, and then earning in-game currency to then buy all of these really cool looking weapons. In my opinion, I feel like it's a massive it's a way to severely isolate people and discourage people, some people, from playing the game. Of course, a certain number of people who, I guess, money isn't a problem to them, or you know, they have an excess in terms of money. Fine, you know, they can, obviously everyone has the right to do what they want, but a lot of people who really love games, who really love these types of games, won't be able to go anywhere near your game, unfortunately, because of this system that's in place here. Now, is it right or wrong? I don't believe in such things. You have the right to make whatever kind of game you want. And that's great, isn't it? That you can build a game and run it in any kind of way that you like, and some people will play it and will enjoy it. In my opinion, it's not the best model, and it's definitely not the best way to do things. And I would personally prefer to play it if there was a different system in place. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Dead Outbreak. I'm going to leave it at that. You've seen for yourself what the game is about. It's early access. Potentially, if the developers are on board with me releasing this video, I'm going to have to look up and see what's the story. If you get sponsored for a video and the developers decline it, are you still allowed to post it, technically? I would assume you are. I will leave a comment down below somewhere, maybe in the description, or as a comment stating whether or not this video is sponsored. But, you know, there's potential here. But in my opinion, some things need to be tweaked to make this the best. Oh, look, there's an animal here. That's really interesting. We didn't see any animals, but there's apparently an animal here. So I'm assuming that means there is an animal. There are animals in the game. In my opinion, the only reason I bring this stuff up is because if I come into contact with a product like this and I would just want it to be the best that it can be, the best kind of game that it can be, the best zombie survival kind of game that it can be. And for the vision that I would have for a game like that, there would not be that kind of system in place where you have to buy, or you can buy all this stuff, potentially lose it. It feels a little bit inappropriate, in my opinion. I believe there are better ways to do things. Anyway, things may change. This is very early access. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know what you think down below. I appreciate your time. Thank you for hanging out and checking out Dead Outbreak. And let's hope that this game can become the best possible zombie survival MMO, building, crafting, hunting, looting game that it can possibly be. And at least, I mean, you can't buy perks. So that's good, isn't it? You can't buy perks. Ladies and gentlemen, there are loads of links down below for your consideration. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Goodbye for now.